All right. Hello, hello. Hi, Javid or Javad. How are you doing? I'm still getting used to all this. Come on. There we go. Hey, Murph guy. How's it going? Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge. I am still getting set up here. I am not used to restream yet, but I'm getting there. I am learning how to self-promote myself when I have to send out 3 links instead of just ones. No worries, Murph. I do have these recorded and posted to YouTube as well. So if you missed the stream, you can always check it there at youtube.com/Ben_Burns, and that's BURNES. I lowered my microphone volume a little bit because I was clipping so much in the last stream, and I think I lowered it a little too much. So I'm going to bring it back up. I hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you, Murph. I have been enjoying my stay so far. It is a little bit different, but overall, it has been very good. I really love. There we go. Sometimes Discord does not enjoy being moved. There we go. Just shove that over there. I don't really need it open, but in the off chance somebody sends me a message, I've got OBS here. Interacting is far more fun. I completely agree with that. But I also understand that people have actual lives to attend to as well. So, I can't be omnipresent. Don't save that. And then that worked. Okay. I think we are set to go. So, seeing as this is okay, sorry. Of course, right when I start streaming, I get like 3 emails. So this is going to be a bit more of a chill stream. I'm not sure what I want to do, but since I am kind of working with a new set of technologies, I want to keep things simple. I want to introduce complexity one step at a time here, rather than try to do everything all at once and cause a giant train wreck. So I am just getting things organized here. And then I will get started, and I'm thinking we'll just kind of do whatever. I don't have a particular theme yet. Spoiled by FTL. Yeah. I heard some mixed things about FTL. I don't think I've enabled it yet, and I do plan on enabling it, but I like I said, I'm just doing one thing at a time here. So what I want to do, okay, I have that open. I have my timer open. I think I have everything ready to go. Restream chat is open. Twitch chat I don't need anymore because that's just Restream. Okay. I think we're good. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge. I'm a little overwhelmed by the new setup, but I think in the long run it will work very well. I just need to get familiar with it. It's about the same amount of setup I had with Twitch. I just have to be a little bit more aware of what I'm doing and where things are going. Okay, piano seems fine. A little bassy. But yeah, I'll get this. I'll get the challenge started in just a minute. I'm trying to figure out the best way to handle some of this stuff. And okay, that's good enough. The piano's only there for if somebody follows and all that stuff anyway, so I just want to make sure that that's available. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do this time, but yeah. And you can always get in touch with me on Discord or somewhere else, Murph. I would love to... Okay, well, take care then. Get in touch with me sometime else, and I would love to talk to you about it and kind of figure out how it all works. So I'm going to start the timer, and let's make something. So I was thinking about doing something in a weird time signature, just because that's always fun. and a little bit faster than normal too, because here I'm saying I'm going to do something simple, and then I do two things that I almost never do. But, you know, you got to start somewhere. And I kind of want to do something a little bit more chill, but I also like having just some boopy sine waves. Start with the boops and see where we go from there. You can never go wrong with that. The thing is, I set this to 7/8 time, meaning that it'd be dot 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 dot. Yeah, it would be dot 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 dot. So I think it has a very interesting rhythm to it. If you wanted to accentuate it that way, which I kind of do. So let's try this. Except let's try it on the actual notes where they're supposed to go. There we go. So as always, it's going to be a little quiet in the beginning while we get stuff set up, but you know, things change, things move forward, and hopefully something cool comes out of this. So yeah. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I like that rhythm. It's very like offset, and I think that'll create some pretty fun drums. But for the moment, we have to make this a little bit more interesting. Too mousy. Maybe I do have to it's getting there. And the cool thing about this is we can play with reharmonization by quite a bit, because this is it is a seventh chord. It is what is this? G minor 7 without the dominant. So if we bring in another pad, and I'm going to try to use an actual something other than Ableton Default, because I don't do enough of that. Rhythm feels exactly like your signature. Is that good? I really like the rhythm. I didn't really plan a whole lot for this one, which is fine. Like sometimes I think about it a little bit beforehand and I plan, or I have my music challenges that I go off of. And I'm not going to do that this time, but I probably will start doing those next week again. I have another little thing that I want to do regarding a commission that a friend wants, and he says that he's going to release it non-exclusive so everybody can use it, and he says that I can do it on stream. So I'm going to probably do that next week. This forest frame drums, no, I want the, where is it? A little epic percussion, emotional, Sonic Ocean, I think is what it is. I listened to Ben Prunty's Color Sky yesterday. Oops. And it's a fantastic album. And I'm thinking about take it as a compliment. I can do that. Thank you. And yeah, like I love working. I love working with time signatures that are kind of wonky, especially ones that you can't really tell that it's off right away. Well, Mike, this is the second one I've ever done, so this is it's exciting time for everybody. So thank you so much for swinging by and hanging out. I'm still kind of figuring out what I'm doing here, but I really like this this Sonic Ocean one. I haven't really used it a whole lot, but drops. There's one in here that sounds very metallic, and I'm trying to get rid of that one. I think it is the waves. No, tides. Yeah. So I kind of want to turn this into a pad, and that's not working out for me. I'm going to try a different preset and check it out. That's kind of cool. It's just very busy. There we go. Get rid of those. Hey, Zelgrith. I don't have a particular challenge today. I'm kind of getting used to all the new technology I'm working with right now. Like my whole monitor on the other side is a little different, and I'm getting used to everything. So right now I'm just gonna try to make a chill track. I made an interesting little intro here, and what I want to do is I want to create kind of an ambient intro, and this is basically exactly what a lot of Ben Prunty's music was like. And in Color Sky, he had like these really cool pads that kind of swelled up at the beginning and then went down, and then he brought in more elements over that. And I thought, you know, I don't really do that a whole lot, and that's something that I really should do. So I want to try to excuse me. The problem with this is that it doesn't really go anywhere, because I don't want it to decay. Velocity, volume, tune. This is kind of the problem with not really understanding what you're doing right away, and working with a synth that you're not terribly familiar with. But hey, you know, you got to learn somehow. There we go. That's a little better. It's also a little quiet, so I'm going to have to boost that up. But I like that. I like that a lot. And then we can use the classic Valhalla room. The classic. The eminent. So now we've got this. It doesn't, the attack is still kind of sharp for what I want, but that's cool. So what I can do is I can kind of bring that in over time. I'll get a utility, and I'll just manually do it, and that's cool too. Yep, easy peasy. So I can just go like this, and it's a little bit of automation, but I honestly don't mind. Yeah, I get rid of that attack. That attack wasn't necessary. And by the time the note's done, like all of that's done, it's basically just the reverb chain playing out. And I might want to accentuate the high end a little bit more. Yeah. So I'm going to just extend that out. And then if I go here, it should, okay, yep, loop's just fine. Yeah. So, I mean, some of this is going to be a little bit inspired from me listening to Ben Prunty the other day or yesterday. And I think that's okay. He is so good at layering. He is just phenomenal at being able to layer a bunch of stuff together. And I want to get a little bit better at that myself. So I'm going to just keep trying to work on layering more than composition this time around, I think. And I think that there's a lot that can be said about that. So, yeah. And really, I mean, it's all different facets of making music anyway. So there's just... This thing is so cool. I'm... Like... They gave it to us for free. I kind of like it that you don't really have a lot of control over it. Okay, this is like the release, I think. I don't think you have a whole lot of control over the stuff up there. There might be other secrets in here that you can click. Yes, it's kinetic treats. I've actually used this a couple times over the last couple weeks. I think it works really well as just kind of like a background. It kind of just like bolsters the sound, and I think that works really well. I have to get used that I don't have to get really close to the microphone now that I have a preamp. Because for a year I didn't have a preamp, so I had to get super close to the microphone like this. But now I can actually sit back and talk like a normal human being, and it's still like recognizable. And I find myself like creeping slowly up to the microphone, and I don't have to. I can talk like this. I can actually boost the gain a little bit and continue to talk like this, and not eat the microphone, as they say. So please let me know if things are actually clipping, because I've been listening to some of my older recordings over the last couple weeks. Yeah, there are many instrument presets under the main instruments. There are, but honestly, I really liked the one that started out with, because it had rhythm and it had kind of weird squeaky noises to it, and they all kind of do. But that one worked really well for me for some reason. So I'm actually going to EQ all the kind of the lower stuff, because I just wanted to bring in just the higher stuff. And I think if I do this right, I mean, it's really just going to be a little bit extra juice. Okay, so those don't really work well together. The rhythms get a little screwed up. Timing is a little weird. Timing's not a big problem, though. I'm thinking that, like, taking something and stretching it way out, like, for background noise would be kind of cool, too. So I have this field recording that I took of taking two very sensitive microphones when it's raining and putting it up next to my car windshield. And it kind of gives this kind of crumbly sound. And I'm wondering if I can use this if I, like, warp it like crazy. Hey, Richard, how you doing? I'm doing all right so far. I'm just kind of messing around with stuff right now. That's super glitchy. I don't know if I want to use that, but it sounds cool. Let me Welcome to Tron. That's pretty cool. I don't think I'm going to use that, but it's pretty cool. Oh, solo off. There we go. Okay, so with this, I have a feeling that I'm just going to have to manually fade them out, and that's okay. It makes me very happy, by the way, that I'm actually seeing a lot of people from YouTube. Hi, Mario. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that those tutorials helped you out. Like, that means a lot to me. But I was saying that it's very, very encouraging to see a lot of actual YouTube people show up. It was one of those things where it's like, I know that there's a lot of people on YouTube that follow me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're interested in everything that I do. Like, they like the How to Use FamiTracker series, which is awesome. Like, I'm super glad that people enjoy it, but like, I know that that's not everything I do. So it's good to see people coming out of the woodwork. This is the wrong... I'm manipulating the wrong thing. I was like, why is it at 22? Go away. Okay, so let's actually do this correctly this time, and hopefully things will sound a little bit better. Right about there. So, yeah, get rid of some of these little anomalies here, and I think that'll sound a little bit better. Having those faded in and out will make it a little bit easier to manage. I don't like that the attack is so hard there, though. I guess I'm not manually changing it here, so I can go like this. And, you know, it kind of stinks that I have to manually change it, but these are synths that we're giving away for free, and they're designed to just kind of be something you can tinker with. So the fact that they're not super intuitive doesn't bum me out too much. I think that that's part of the fun. So I'm thinking that this actually needs a little bit more reinforcement now, and I've been listening to the album that I'm planning on putting out next week. Whoops. And that album has a lot of, where is it? Vintage keys, I think? Yeah, the Scarabee Mark 1 and Scarabee. It has a lot of these, and which is an electric piano. Like, yeah. So there's definitely a lot of expression in this, and I really like that. I'm getting close to the microphone again. So I'm thinking that even if I do some really basic chord stuff, I think it'll help. There it is. And what happens now is we bring this out another 4 bars, so we can work on making this a little more interesting. I'm going to get rid of this weird noise track. I don't really know what I was thinking there. Yeah. This is the struggle of working within a weird time signature. You end up with some weird rhythms, and that's not often a problem. Yeah, that's a little better. It is echoing, but it's echoing really quietly. I want the echo, but I don't want it to be like super overpowering. And one thing that I always screw up on is making this Valhalla room too huge. Like 8 seconds is ridiculous. Oops. Okay, I think that some of this stuff needs to get EQ'd. There's a lot of high end in this, and I think that's partially because of the compression. Let's just look at the waveform, or the spectrum. Yeah, I like the idea of it kind of just like being a wash of sound, and it doesn't have to be... It doesn't have to like encompass the entire thing. It just has to be the idea sitting in the background, if that makes sense. Like, if you think about... Oops, I don't have a name for this yet. If you think about it, like, you're just kind of working with elements, and you're trying to You're trying to make those elements fit in a particular way. And sometimes you just need to make them fit via making sure that there's no high end. So something else with a high end like this can peek its way through. So that's pretty cool. Now I want to try to do something like really, really big. My favorite thing to do with leads is to have it echo at 5/8 notes, because it generally creates a very interesting dynamic between, because usually it's 3. I believe it's 8, maybe it's 16th notes. I can't remember. Usually it's 3. Hi, Richie. How you doing? Thanks for swinging by. Usually it's 3, but with 5, it kind of offsets itself from everything else, so it tends to stand out a little bit more. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this sound, but I want it to be kind of chill, but definitely have a little bit of a bite to it as well. So we'll see what I can do. A little bit less. Oh boy, I love Massive. It's such a good piece of software. Like, I don't use it very often. It sounds kind of wintry, which is cool. Putting a little bit of ring modulation on there is something that I haven't really done a whole lot of. That's too much. Just give it that little kind of crystallization. And I realize right now I'm talking like very physical. Demo version of Massive. Massive it's really, really good. Like, it's very versatile. It's very I can't say that it's intuitive, but there is a lot you can do with it. Like, it's called Massive, but it's something that does have a lot of just stuff you can do. That's too much bit crushing. And the reverb is really good. Like, if you are familiar with indie game music, if you have listened to the Fez soundtrack, that whole album was almost completely made in Massive. It's pretty crazy what you can do with this. Yeah, so let's edit the envelope a little bit so it's a little bit more plucky. I think that works. And I'm definitely going to have to go through and arrange this a little bit better. But I think this will work. Yeah, and I can't say the entire album was made in Massive, but I know Disaster Piece, a lot of it was made in Massive. No, it wasn't. There's actually a talk on YouTube that I attended when he was in. Let me find it real quick. Composer Quest. Composer Quest recorded a video. It was episode 109. I know that because that was no self-promotion, but that was my episode. Come on. One thing I don't like about Composer Quest's website is it's very long to load because he has so many episodes. No, it wasn't 109. It was 107. Yeah. So, how to create a Fez track like Disaster Piece. Very, very well worth it. That reverb I have a mix of reverbs right now. I can turn off the reverb. I'm pushing it to the Valhalla room as well, but the default reverb in Massive is very, very powerful. Like I don't have it up right now. Let's try it now. Like it's very pretty. But since I was also pushing this to the Valhalla room, I had it a little bit lower. And I like this, that it's just kind of plucky on top of everything. I was right the first time. There we go. Let's put a wrong note in there. This might not work, but I think it will. Oh wait, no, it would be here. Sorry. Let's listen to it now. Nah, it's too like jazzy-ish. Richard, I usually do have a theme, but since I'm still trying to figure out my entire streaming setup now that I changed to Restream, I kind of just wanted to do a chill jam. If you're not familiar with the series, I usually go through the Video Game Music Academies. They have these composition quest logs, which I've done a lot of so far. So I'm on the third one that he's made. And there's a lot left on here, but the next one I had was Heavier Things, which is to write a heavy metal boss theme. And that one is going to be, that one's probably going to be reserved until I'm in a really bad mood or something, because I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. But yeah, so this one is mostly just kind of a chill stream, and we're making some chill music to accompany that, which is nice. I feel like this needs something else, though. Let me go back to Massive. There we go. Get those parallel fourths. So now if I wanted to, I can attach LFOs to these, so I can make this a little bit more wobbly. Oh, well, Richard, welcome to the show, if you want to call it that. I primarily do music stuff. This is actually the second time. I think I told you that already. This is the second time I've streamed on here, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Another cool thing you can do with Massive is you can randomize the panning of the notes. So now I can make it really extreme to show you, but now all of the notes that trigger are randomized, panning wise. And that's a little extreme. I'd rather have it like that. And that's actually very excellent for pads as well. So I'm going to try to add a drum rack and see if I can get some percussion going, because I think that'll definitely help move things along a little bit. And oh, Dan Hobb, thank you so much for the host, man. I had to change the host sound because having the host sound being 10 seconds long, it caused some problems on my first stream where we basically had the same song looping over and over and over for like a minute and a half, which was funny and cool. But for follows and stuff, you still get the whole song. But Disquiet, Yes, Disquiet Junto. I think it's pronounced Junto. I actually did a couple of those, and I would love to actually try that again. The one that I did was a let me see if I can find it. It's very, very old. It was like a 6-note song. 6-note song. Yeah, I probably won't be able to find it. Abstraction SoundCloud 6-note song. One more try. Yeah, I can't find it. But I did participate in it once, and it was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed it. There we go. The last toast sound was quite problematic. Yeah, that's a kind way of putting it. I think I actually want to go with drum machine sounds this time. Let's go with like a traditional like 808. So another thing I can do with this. Hey Zodit, how's it going? One thing I like about what this restream thing is I can actually see some of the emoticons that Twitch has. Like the old thing I had just had the text representation, and that didn't really get me very far. Dan, the theme today is basically kind of a free space. Like I'm just trying to keep my head in the game with all this restreaming stuff, and so far it's been going very well. Thank you for asking, Zodit. I'm getting used to it still, but I think overall it is becoming something that I can get used to. I really enjoy not necessarily even just getting out to more people, but I guess just getting out to more people. I guess that's what it is. Because I think that it's good. I like Twitch. I like Twitch a lot, but I also think that Twitch is very limited when it comes to being able to get out there more. Like it's very, very hard to get organic reach on Twitch, and it's something that always kind of bothered me. So I'm glad that I'm able to give something new a try, and hopefully it works out. Okay, I'm gonna accentuate those. Yeah, and it's not necessarily like just creative content creators. It's oversaturated with everybody. And I mean, like if you already have an established community, Javid, don't worry about it, man. Thank you so much or Javad. Did I say that right? I'm sorry. Either way, the recording will be up on YouTube. So just check back on this channel tomorrow, I guess, and the full recording will be there. But thank you so much for swinging by. It's very oversaturated with content creators, and the problem is that if you are not already established or you haven't built a fan base somewhere else, there's really no way you can get organic followers. And yes, the delay on Beam is nice, and I mean that a lot of people laud that, and I think that it's cool. But for music production, it's not as critical as it is for something like video games, where the conversations have to happen very quick or they won't happen at all. But no, I definitely do like the reduced delay on Beam. There's a lot of things that I do like on Beam. And there's a lot of things that I like on YouTube as well. Like there's a lot of options in every platform, and I'm glad that I can try to capitalize on all of them in their own unique way. Yeah. game dev is a completely different beast. That's not what I'm looking for. Honestly, I think this is good for now. Oh, yeah, no, it definitely is, Dan. I absolutely agree with that. I think that it's very instrumental in creating a community that actually interacts with each other, and like I definitely want to go down that road. Like I want to be, and I've talked about this many times in the past. I want to be something of, I just want to be able to help people. This is a very interesting rhythm. I don't know why my computer's jittering so much. But it's fine. And Dan, yeah, that's kind of my problem too. I definitely want to help people, and it's more like if somebody has a question, then they're able to come to me, and it's like I want to be open to the possibility of helping people. I guess that's a better way of putting it, because that way, if somebody has a question, they'll feel comfortable coming to me or being able to reach out to somebody else that I can recommend. I've only really done recording-based stuff. I'm kind of unskilled when it comes to producing music electronically, if you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. I really enjoy making electronic music like this. I can't always say that I'm the best at it, but I feel like there's so much what's the word? Mindfulness that goes into the sound design. Because when you're playing a guitar, like you have your amps and your effects and stuff, but for the most part, you're basically making guitar sound or making a piano sound or making voice sound. Like when it comes to electronic music, you have basically everything. Like you can do anything, and it's just limited to Megabyte. That's a good idea. You're so smart. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just join that. So this is just going to be one big loop. I'm going to keep the basic grouping down, but I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more. Yeah, Dan. I was just listening to some Rammstein last night, actually. Which was a good time. Like, I hadn't listened to Rammstein in so long. Just blasting it in my car. When I was an angsty teen. So I'm trying to mess around with the beat a little bit, but not like lose its soul, if that makes sense. Like there's definitely there's a heart to this rhythm, and I don't want to lose that beat. But there's a lot here that I can mess with because the time signature is already so fractured. Yeah, Zelgrith, and I'm absolutely astounded and really, really, really happy that there are a lot of YouTube people here as well. Like that makes me really happy. Let me just check the numbers real quick. We've got 4 on Twitch, 3 on Beam, and 5 on YouTube. Like that makes me so happy because there was a lot. I mean, there are a lot of people that follow me on YouTube, but that doesn't necessarily mean Hi, Selgrith. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're interested in this type of content. So the fact that I'm able to reach out and interest people with this stuff, that makes me very happy that I'm able to do that. So this first loop, and usually when I create loops, and I think I've talked about this before too, usually when I create loops, I create like the core loop, I create this one, and then I copy it out, and then that gives me free reign to do whatever I want with the rest of the loops. But this first one is kind of like an establishing shot. You want to make sure that you establish the rhythm, so when you do start messing it up, it gives you that it gives the listener the anticipation that something's going to happen, and when you don't do that, then that's what makes it sound clever, I guess, because that gives you. I really, really like this little snare roll, and this is turning out to be really cool. I do need a name for this track though. Yeah, Richard, I don't do it often enough. I need to start more. I need a name for this track though. I can't go on. I keep instinctively hitting Control S. Oops, it's the 18th, not the 15th. So I need guys, I need help naming this song so far. And the thing is, like, naming the song will probably influence how. Oh my God, I said 2016 on this, didn't I? A+, Ben. Let's see. Like, it's chill, and it's kind of fractured. Just kind of go, nope. Yeah, and that's actually not a bad idea, Dan. I love being able to build something up and then like just kind of have it. Well, the term would be sublimate, but kind of just like fade away. It's like, this is kind of a wintry track. It's a little fractured. I'm thinking about maybe calling it something like Through Cracked Ice. But I'll give you guys 10 more seconds to give me a better name, starting now. Make some big beat. It's 5/4 time. It is 7/8 time, actually. Fractured Stream. I kind of like that too. Fractured Stream. Because that still kind of implies. It still kind of implies ice because you can't fracture water unless it's frozen. I like that. Fractured Stream it is. Thank you. And all of this, like this big loop here, is going to get stretched out over. It might be longer than 10 seconds. Although OBS says right now the delay is 10 seconds. I've learned to not believe that that's true. That works. Okay. Yeah, in Zelgrith, there's that as well. I see what you're putting down. I'm picking it up. So let's add another simple layer to this drum before we move on. And I kind of want to add something more real. So I'm going to get a ride cymbal. I think where is it? Salamander drum kit. Yeah, Richard. Zelgrith is good at picking names. I am bad at picking names. So I'm glad that Zelgrith is here to save me. What time is it for me? It is 4:51 for me. I have another hour and 10 minutes to finish this song, which is totally doable. We actually have a really, really good start on this one. What time is it? Drum time. See, I can't really bring in like a traditional drum loop for this just because there's so much stuff going on here. But even if I go like this, and this is one thing I like to do, is just add a ride cymbal. Well, Zelgrith, sometimes quantity is better than quality. I'll give you that. But I do think that you have really good ideas for that, so too bad. God, those drums are really nice, though. I don't know why my computer is stuttering so much. I think it happened when I brought this in. It's not stuttering now. It might be the ocean thing. Hi, Gold Ninja. How you doing? Good to see you again. It's been a while. Just confused at the time signature. Yeah, and I've been getting some weird stuttering lately, and I don't know if that's problematic based on my sound card, which admittedly is getting kind of old, or something else. But hopefully I can figure it out. But yeah, Gold Ninja, it's good to see you again. I never finished that song that we started on stream a long time ago. That would be a cool thing to go back to at some point. So another thing I want to do, and like I was saying before with listening to Ben Prunty, he worked with layers. So I want to work with layers too. And try to get something else going with this ARP. And this is something that will kind of like fade in and out throughout the Hades of Spades. Thank you so much. It's good to see you again, man. I haven't talked much on the Facebook group lately, but it is good to see you here, and alive and kicking. So I'm gonna try to add just a square with a little bit more goop on it. Yeah. And with this one, I want to actually kind of mess with the rhythm. Not with the rhythm, but with the melody a little bit. So... yeah, that's pretty good. Although it's not very pronounced, like it does not last long enough for it to really make its presence known, so... Richard, that is... it's not irrelevant. I don't mind answering questions like that at all. I think each DAW is well equipped to handle electronic music. FL Studio is probably, I wouldn't say the premier one for that, but there's definitely a lot of people who make electronic music on FL Studio. But like Logic, you said you used, or Cubase. Cubase works well. FL or Ableton, like what I'm using, works very well for it as well. I mean, the DAW is just the tool. it's really what you do with it is how it all kind of comes together. That's very, very loud. Yeah. Danny Joe, thank you so much for the host. I really appreciate that. No, I appreciate it. I'm super bad at hosting. What I need to do when I finish this stream, and somebody please remind me if I don't, but I need to host another creative streamer. I'm planning on going to my Discord and just finding somebody that just started streaming recently, and giving them a host, because I really want to help build a community. Like I'm not going to be like Insert Coin Theater and have people like slash inserts coin or anything like that. You just, if you want to go and like watch their stuff, that's cool. Otherwise, I just want to be able to help people out. And building a community is something that I'm like I said, I'm trying to do. So hopefully I can keep at that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Is that it? Yeah, no problem. Well, yeah, Zelgrith. Yeah. It's you can, I mean, there are people that make orchestral music in FL Studio. There's definitely people out there. So don't like beat yourself up too much over that, but it's a little bit more fewer and farther between, that's for sure. Again, it's mostly the tools more than the go like this. More the tools than the I mean, yeah, sorry, how you use the tools more than you. I lost my train of thought. I got distracted. There we go. I was like trying to arrange this at the same time. It's how you use those tools more than what tools you have, and obviously some tools work better than others. Hi, what's up? The jam box. That's a good question. Do you need it right now, or? Oh, okay.
Is it in the thing?
The thing?
Might be in the breezeway.
Ooh, maybe. I can help look.
Sorry.
I'll be back in like 2 seconds. I'll just loop this in the background. So I'm sure you're sick of hearing that now. But hello, I am back. Had to find a portable speaker. Oh, hi.
Sorry, internet
Oh,
people.
jeez.
I took him away.
You're fine. That was my wife. Anyway, I missed some chat stuff. Motivating time signatures. Yeah, fusing genres is fun. Like, I don't really know where this is going, but that's how it goes. But yes, electronic sounds is great. Like working with basically everything in the world, you know. I'm gonna turn on the light over here. Okay, so that's good. I kind of want to have a like little bit of a lead in. And then I need a bass. And it doesn't really need to be a very strong bass, but it needs to have bassiness, I guess. And one thing that a lot of people do that I don't do a lot is just taking like a sine wave and overdriving it or saturating it just a little bit, and then seeing how that kind of plays out, because that squares off the sine wave a little bit. Yeah, we can make this work. So, probably give it a little bit more. The bass needs to be overpowering. Yeah, let's just pull up dubstep.exe and just roll with that. Listen to that bass though. Ugh. I forgot that I had this running, or I had my my thing open. That's too low. That is too low. No phaser for that. I'd have to put it in there separately. Yeah, that could work. My timing was atrocious, but that's okay. Benwave. Yeah, I don't think anybody has mentioned Benwave in a while. Probably for good reason. I do plan on making a Benwave track at some point due to popular demand, but not yet. Actually, this kind of works. Nope, this would be over here. And this would be over here. Like this. Hello, Attack Burger. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Thunderdome. It's good to see you, man. It's not going anywhere as long as you're around. Yeah, that's okay. I actually really like this bass because one thing that I'm super bad at and that I'm trying to get better in this song is to not have the bass just be like, because that's boring as fuck. So I am I'm branching out. I'm doing a lot of other stuff. It is going all right. I'm actually really enjoying this song. Makes incredible tracks. Hey, I think that even somebody who's a novice still can offer salient advice, because they're not bogged down by knowledge, if that makes sense. Like people say beginner's luck a lot, and beginner's luck usually happens because you don't know the boundaries that you're supposed to stay within. And I think that not fully knowing music theory allows you to make some leaps of logic that people otherwise wouldn't make unless they're like masters. Does that make sense? Like, I still feel like offering or soliciting advice from people who don't know what they're talking about still offers valuable advice. And I'm not saying that you don't know what you're talking about, Danny. I think that you're probably underselling yourself a little bit. But being able to get advice from everybody is very valuable. So what I'm going to do with this right now is this sine wave. It doesn't have any punch. So what you can do with that is you can do a pitch bend. A very, very quick pitch bend. Although this is going for the other one. I want the sine wave. Oh, I apologize for that. That was loud. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't feel ashamed for being not knowing what you're talking about. Like if you try to go and like try to do like a seminar on writing orchestral music when you don't know what you're talking about, that's a little different. But okay, this instrument needs yeah, Richard. Unfortunately, like my schedule right now is I work until 3. I have an hour to prepare for this. I stream from 4 to 6. I get done at 6. I do as much as I can to post things up onto YouTube and the like. And then at 6:30 I leave and I go DJ from 7 to 9. And then I go out to dinner with, the people that I'm with, and then I get home at like 10:30 or 11, and I try to cram as much work as I can in before I go to sleep. And then like my Wednesdays are just effed, which kind of sucks, but it's kind of awesome too, because like I always have something to do. And Danny, I don't fully know FL as well as I used to. I used to use FL exclusively, but not as much anymore. So what I'm looking for right here is I'm looking for something to accentuate these bass hits. And it doesn't have to be huge, but I think something, just having something will help. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I wish I could start earlier. That was the point I was trying to make before I got completely sidetracked. I wish I could start earlier to accommodate a lot of the people who live in England and elsewhere, because I actually do have a lot of viewers in England and Germany and Britain and places like that. But unfortunately, I just cannot, at least not right now. Like, hopefully someday I will, I'll be a self-sustaining artist who can just do all this stuff all the time. Because like if I was sustained by my art, I would probably just stream all day, every day. Yeah, the interface is definitely a little bit different from FL Studio. The one thing I miss there's two things I miss from FL Studio. The first one is their MIDI controls are incredible. FL Studio has very good MIDI controls. The second thing I miss from FL Studio is that you can't move any of these windows around. They're all locked on the screen. The best you can do is you can actually there's a keyboard command to push things into your second monitor, but it's still not perfect. So there's definitely a lot of things that are wrong in regards to an interface with Ableton, if you don't like the interface in Ableton, you're kind of screwed. But if you do like the interface, then, you know, it works for you. My nose itches. Hi, Devious. That's too high up. Yeah, their piano roll is incredible. Like that's one thing that I really, really miss from FL. Yeah, I like that better. This is a super sweet beat. I like this. I love working with drum machines like that just because everything kind of locks into place right away. You don't have to do a bunch of wonky sound design. You can just kind of jam out. Jam out with your clam out. Know what I'm saying? No, you probably don't, and that's probably for the best. Yeah, Zelgrith, and that's the thing with Ableton. Like, it's the professional grade DAW. It's kind of like buying Photoshop. You're kind of locked in once you buy it because you don't have any money left. And FL Studio, and that's why I'm really glad that I bought FL Studio, because I'll always have a fully updated version, and yeah. I like this. 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 Yeah. I mean, it's tough. But you know, and that's the thing. Like I worked with cheap versions and free versions for a very long time, and then, you know, whenever somebody bought my stuff, I saved that money. I didn't spend that money, and eventually I was able to save up enough to get FL Studio, like the full version, and then from the full version, I was able to save up enough money to move to Ableton and buy various things along the way. And like it's definitely a process. Like, never expect to get rich overnight with this kind of stuff, but there's a lot that you can do with a little with this hobby, and I would not discount that if you could, because, you know, there's so much you can do. Support for sheet music, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's too fast. I want to do something like this. Again, I'm adding another layer here that's probably going to show up later on. That's the wrong chord. I'll have to fix that in post. Yeah, and I mean, I was introduced to FL Studio, which is why I used FL Studio for a very long time. It actually took my friend a year and a half of pestering me to try Ableton before I actually made the leap. So, and I'm glad I did, but seriously, like, yeah, like it took a very long time to make the switch to Ableton. And again, like, all of that is subjective. Like, some people like Ableton, some people don't. That's totally cool. So this chord is straight F'd, so I'm gonna fix it. Gotta add that variety, though. Well, I mean, the first DAW that I used... Oh, my God. The first DAW that I used was called Noteworthy Composer. And it looked like this. This was the first DAW that I used. It was MIDI only, obviously, and it did not do a whole lot, but my whole life at that time, my whole life was related to band, my whole musical life anyway, so I only knew how to read sheet music and write in sheet music. Eventually, I went to Cakewalk Pro Audio, which probably looks very different than the images that I'm going to grab. Nope, it would look like this. So this allowed me to bring in WAV files, but for the most part, I still did MIDI. Because my computer was not powerful enough to actually bring in WAV files in the time. And then I moved to FL Studio, back when it was called Fruity Loops. Yeah, no, and I mean, I started writing music back in like 1996. I'm a very old person. So, yeah. Yeah, I need to try LMMS. A lot of people have said that's really cool. Yeah, that's what I want. Let's try that again. Voices 32. There we go. Get that super saw. Get that super saw. Yeah. I played trombone for about 8 years. I played trombone through 6 years, through middle school, through high school. So 6th to 12th grade, I played trombone. I played a little bit of baritone. I tried trumpet and I was garbage at it. I had probably like 6 months of violin lessons when I was very little, and I hated it, although I wish I had stuck with it because violin is a very cool instrument, very, very expressive. I took 9 months of piano lessons, and they were invaluable in the fact that it gave me discipline, like learning how to actually like finger positions and stuff like that. But for the most part, I kind of am self-taught. But yeah, mostly it's trombone. I'm about to test. I'm super sorry if the spam actually goes through and doesn't get blocked by a character limit. I don't know if there is a character limit. Yeah. So I added this pad, which I absolutely love. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, a violin would be really cool. And Danny, that's exactly where I am. I'm trying to beef up my guitar and my piano skills. Baritone. Yeah. Let's see. Well, this is gonna be reverse for you, but dot 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 dot. Yep, I still remember the scales. I really liked trombone and baritone. I was much better at trombone. I think I was like, well, in high school it doesn't really matter. I was like the second trombone, first trombone usually. There was like 3 trombones in bands, so it's not saying a whole lot. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And it was definitely formative to my wanting to continue to learn how to music. My dad played a lot of like jazz stuff when I was a kid, and I think that definitely infused that whole mindset of music when I was very little. A lot of jazz, a lot of classical. A beautifully terrible idea. I know that We Are Number One meme. I actually have not. I have not even heard anything from it. It's just like that whole B-movie meme that was going through the internet a little while ago, like a couple months or a couple weeks actually. Like I don't understand them. I guess I am. Like I said, I'm old. I'm allowed to not understand things. So let's actually just go like this, because I want to like take things out a little bit. I want to take things down. Yep, sorry, I'm not a meme lord like the rest of the internet. Okay, so this chord needs to change because it's anticipatory for something else. I think. Barry B. Benson buzzes. Oh boy. What do the colors mean? There's colors? Yeah, Extra Life. The crowdsource thing was a lot of fun, but no. Mario, that's actually a very difficult question. Just because every game is different, and it depends on how long the levels are, really. Some levels, like bonus levels and stuff, those take like 15 seconds usually, so why bother making something longer than that? However, don't worry about English. If it's something that the player is going to listen to a lot over and over, Danny has a good suggestion between 1 minute and 2 minutes. If it's something that the player is going to be hearing for most of the game, I would probably say 3 to 4 minutes. It really depends on the game. So this morning, were your ears burning? I don't think so. Hi, Malk. Why would my ears be burning? What were you talking about? So what I want to do is I want to build in like a little B section here. I've got 35 minutes left. I have the intro, I have the A section, I have kind of a transition to the B section. And I know a long time ago, somebody, Zelgrith maybe, said, well, why don't you do this big build-up that leads to nothing? And I kind of like that idea. Oh, talking about you with a Beam partner. Well, that's interesting. Like I would love to hear more about that, and hopefully yeah, and Mario, your English is great. Yeah. That means somebody's talking about me. So I want to add like a kind of like an acidy bass that comes in like right here, just bow, 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 and see where that goes. Oh, an ability to be trolled. Yeah, that definitely has a big part of it. And I like okay, so like this 2 hour track challenge, I have a timer going right there, and like all of that, and it's like I don't care. I want to sit down and have fun and make music and be like, it's fun to make music, and it's fun to make music with all you lovely people. I'm pointing at the chat room right here, all you lovely people, because like otherwise I would just be doing this by myself, all alone, not talking, and that's boring and dumb. And if I can do that and like not only entertain myself but entertain a bunch of people, okay, that's too many boops. That's way too many boops. So it's like if I could do this and just hang out, like I don't take this stuff seriously. Like I have said this before, and I will continue to say it. And I'm not saying this disparagingly, but this is a parlor trick. This is something that I do for fun. Like the 2 hour track challenge is something that I do because it's enjoyable. Nope, I did that myself. I made the lamp rave GIF myself because that lamp rave was a lot of fun. Speaking of which, I didn't even turn these lights on this time. I gotta get some sexy mood lighting from the side. Like there's a, there we go. Yeah, and like I don't say that like doing the 2 hour track challenge is a parlor trick because it's like a trick. It's just it's just something that I enjoy doing. And why does this not play? Oh, it's just really quiet. Sexy mood lighting. Yeah, like I just want to make cool stuff. And if I can make cool stuff with all you lovelies, I will definitely do that. Hi, Attack Burger. I don't know if this bass is going to be... I don't think this is going to be what I'm looking for. What I need to do is maybe if I can go into Massive. Let's see if they just have like a basic acid bass. Acid. Browser. No. Attributes. I might not be able to find one. That's okay. Upright, analog, digital. Why is this different? Whatever. You say where you went on Beam. Chat being wonky in my end. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope that Tim is able to extract a GIF of me making that image, because it was definitely a thing, and it was a lot of fun. Like don't get me wrong, I genuinely enjoyed having that, and I don't mind being the butt of jokes, like whatever. That's just part of being on the internet, to be honest. And no, it'd help if I had. So it's like, yeah, I am more than happy. Why aren't you? Oh, right. Come on. Up you go. Yeah, if you could find it. I mean, that's something that I wanted to put on my YouTube channel. I'm being nice, period. No, I'm always nice. I'm always a nice person. There's no point in being mean. All right, Zelgrith, drive safe. It worries me that you drive while you're watching my stream. That's just irresponsible. I don't know if this is gonna work. but you know. It's kind of quiet. Oh, you won't embarrass me during my first week on Beam. What are you going to do? Post pictures of my butt that I sent you? Yeah. And yeah, Devious, that's the thing. Like you're joking at me, but you're like not joking at my expense, if that makes sense. Like the whole making an image thing. The whole making an image thing was actually a lot of fun. It did not cause me any pain aside from just the existential dread that that's what my life has become. Steering wheel controls. Yeah. Well, as long as you're driving safe, man, that's all I care about. But it's like, no, I'm not like trying to, I'm not the type of streamer that like puts themselves in like dumb positions, like trying to get attention. Like if you want to watch the stream, if you enjoy it, then you're more than welcome to. But if you want to watch me like try to do a backflip and break my neck, I'm not going to be much use to you, unfortunately. Like I don't mind talking about jokes, and I don't mind jokes, I guess, at my expense, or at least, you know, joking with something. I wonder if you can merge Tim and Ben's face, make it look like a super derp. Yeah, you probably could. I am doing a time lapse of the stream. You can see right here, I've got my little GoPro taking a picture every 2 seconds. I've actually had a lot of fun doing the time lapses. It's a good way of for me to practice how to actually edit videos properly. And the way this song is going, it's actually going to be a little shorter than usual, which is good because I usually only get like 2 minutes of time lapse per thing. So yeah, I think so this is a little too sharp. I really like the sound, but I feel that there's a lot of work that needs to get done on this if I want it to actually sound good. So I'm gonna try to tinker with that super fast, but I might just have to deal with it where it is. And the other thing is this needs to go like to right here. So okay, I'm actually gonna go a little bit more into, I don't want to call it serious time because I don't fucking care that much. And I'm not trying to be dismissive when I say that kind of stuff. Like if I don't make the time limit, then I'll just finish it later. But it's like sometimes you just gotta buckle down and work on it, like Daft Punk used to say. So just go like this. And don't want that complex. I want it as texture, I think. That's way too loud. But the thought is there. Bring up some reverb and some delay. Smooth it out. Okay, and then actually no, I don't want that one. I want this one. You. So yeah, I'll have like a chill little bit here, and And yeah, we'll see where this goes. It is a nice loop, but I wanted to break away from it a little bit. And honestly, like this section right here, if this was a traditional song, it would probably be twice as long because there are so many things you can do with it, so many cool things you can do. And one of the reasons why I love doing the 2-hour track challenge is because I can sit down with these songs. Like I have this stable of like 60 songs now where I can just like, if I want to write a song in a specific style, I can just sit down and be like, I'm just going to take this. Oh, that should actually be right here. So I can take this. Boom, boom. Go like that. Except back the volume off on this a little bit because this is supposed to be, it's supposed to be more like percussion-y. Yeah, take care, Richard. And of course, the full recording will be available on YouTube as well. That just takes a while longer to process. So okay, I don't like that chord progression right there. Is the pedal on? Oh, for butts. Okay. And yeah, like, even if this is just a simple little breakdown like this and then it just goes back up, it breaks the general flow of the song, and that allows it allows perspective, I think, if that makes sense. It allows a break from the general loop, and then you can get back into it with not necessarily a fresh take on it, but being able to just listen to it. And this should be up here. This should be up here. I don't know. And it's just arranging at this point. Like, it's just kind of putting things together in a way that feels good, feels natural. And yeah. And that's part of the problem. Sometimes my arranging suffers at the cost of doing other stuff, but you know, that's how it goes. Oh, Oshi Woshi is now hosting my stream with 1 viewer. Thank you so much, Oshi. I realized that I still have that open because now I'm going to get another alert in like 2 seconds. Where the hell? Twitch Alerts box. Go away, Twitch Alerts box, because I'm going to get another one very, very soon. Wait for it. Or don't wait for it. It'll pop up eventually. It should pop up eventually. Don't let me down. Okay, so actually listening to this again, I bet I can extend this out a little bit more. Because it'll pop up 3 minutes later. Yeah, it probably will. And it's like, that's okay. It's just like, I don't want to be distracted by errant supersaws. Oh, is it? Well, that's good to know, Attack Burger. It was working on my Monday stream, but that is not, you know, indicative of anything, really. So that's good to know. It might pop up, it might not. Who knows? I do genuinely appreciate the hosts regardless. Oh, that's going to be really loud. Okay, so I pushed everything out a little bit, so I have to push these out as well too. So that should go like right there. So I've got you up on 2 screens. Oh boy. You got to put on your like 3D goggles now. And you'll be all set. So what I want to do in this, and why I'm creating some space here, is I want to create some kind of find a way to make the thumbs up lit AF. Awesome. Oh man. So yeah, if you can isolate that and give me a copy, I would love to have it. Because I had a genuine amount of fun doing it, and yeah. It's a little empty right now. But we're getting there. Well, that's good. That can stay down. That can go like that. That can go up. 17 minutes left. That is, we're kind of running a little out of time. That's okay though. I'm not too worried. Again, like if I go over, it's like, oh no, what's going to happen? Am I going to get fired from my job or something? No, it's just, I don't even call those as failures. Like I don't really feel like I've had a failure for the 2-hour track challenge yet. Like there's definitely been times where I've gone over, and there's definitely been times where I feel like I did not put out my best work, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I failed. It just means that I could have done better. So yeah, there's a, okay. So instead of that, I want the snare roll. Give me that snare roll with rice. And then like a super resonant cymbal, like a gong almost. Not like a traditional kind of thing, but something that just resonates forever. Where the hell am I looking here? Samples. Yeah. But instead of that, let's warp it, pitch it up, texturize, make it longer, and throw a ton of reverb on it. Be able to extract the whole VOD. Yeah, and I'm sure he can. But, I mean, I can go through it. Oh, that is too high and too loud and too not everything. Yeah, and better encoding. Because when I wrote the song, I was actually recording. Actually, I don't think this needs to get pitch bent. Or okay, it's getting there. I mean, we have 15 minutes left. I'm moving a little bit faster now. Gotcha. Well, yeah, tell Tim to get off his laurels and get me the damn recording, or else I'm not playing my show tonight. You should have read the rider on your contract. Well, I mean, I have video editing software too, so if you could give me the video, I can happily do it. I'm not too worried about it. Let's oscillate this cutoff a little bit. Let's also randomize the panning a little bit, just a little. I need to do a little bit more oscillations on this because it's very, very plain. But it needs just a little bit more juice. So I'm going to put 2 oscillators on here. I'm going to have them going at different speeds. So that should help keep things moving. And not amplitude modifier. Let's do the sine shaper just a little. That did not come through super well on my Restream IO. Well, now it's not okay. Hey Mario, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I guess I'll keep that up because StreamJar is kind of not doing its job. So we'll have two different types of alerts for a while, and that's, I guess, going to be okay. Thank you, Malk. Trying to think of what I can do here. I mean, the easy thing to do is just to take this. Hey, there it is. Right, and you jiggle around like Tim does. That's how he gets the mad followers. Excuse me. I am just working on getting this taken care of. And yeah. And just I really like this because it's a slow burn kind of. Envy, I'm doing okay. How are you? Time to kill your computer. Well, don't kill it too much. So I'm thinking that I can work on like bringing these down like this. Yeah, that works pretty well. So these need to get a little bit reduced in volume. Hey Murph, it's good to see you. Bot burns. That is a genius idea. I might have to do that. I don't really have a bot right now. I need to talk to Tim and figure out how to get all that stuff set up. Because I'm still a newbie at this. Like I had my stuff set up just fine with just Twitch, but now that I'm working with Twitch and Beam and YouTube at the same time, it's a whole different beast, man. Oh man, I have less than 10 minutes. And honestly, I really like how this goes. Yeah, I mean, even something like that. There we go. Perfect. won't get YouTube. Yeah, and that's my problem, because not much works with YouTube. So I'm trying to do the best I can with what I have, which is unfortunate that I don't think a whole lot works with YouTube right now. So I have to change the title manually and all that other stuff, which is not the death knell of streaming or anything like that. It's just kind of annoying. Apparently my voice changed to Ben After Hours during this. So hello, everybody. I don't think Tim is in this stream. Maybe he is. I have not seen his voice pop or his name pop up. Thank you so much for the host, Jenks. I appreciate that a lot. Tiredness said, I hope not. I got shit to do tonight. Hi, Tim. Tell Siri, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Means a ton. But honestly, this song is on its way to being complete. Like, I'm very, very pleased with it, to be honest. If I have time, I want to make this a little bit more cohesive. Make this lead a little bit more interesting. Why am I doing that? I don't need to do that because that is off. That is off. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Duplicate. Oh, yeah, Tim. I know clicking buttons is hard for you, but come on, get your act together. Some people actually take their job seriously. So, no, yeah, take your time, man. I got so much stuff going on. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of ending all of these things, and then we'll be back to where we started, right here. Thank you so much for the host, Silver. Why is everybody hosting when I've got like 6 minutes of stream left, or really more like 10 minutes, but who's counting? But I do appreciate all of the hosts and all the follows that I got today. Like, one thing that I miss from using Ankbot is that it actually listed all the followers that I got that day. And I don't think I have that option because, like, I'd love to do shout outs and stuff at the end, but I don't really have that option right now. And that's a little annoying. Good luck, Tim. I might host you when I'm done with this, but I kind of want to start hosting more creative streamers. So I think I might do Queen. Yeah. Just came to Queen's chat to spam. Yeah. 5 minutes. Good job, Silver. I will probably pass your lovely viewers on to another art stream, if that is okay with you. Okay. I actually like this enough to put it in the front too. So down, down, down. And that would be, for fuck's sake, there we go. Malk Boy hosted the channel with 1 viewer. Thank you so much, Malk. Thank you so much for that. It means a ton. And that would be da-da. Yeah. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of ending all of this stuff. And that's pretty much it. Like everything will kind of fade out on its own, and we should be good. This one can actually just last a little bit longer and then fade out. Okay, Danny. Well, I hope you do well at it, and I mean there is a little bit of a learning curve, but there are a ton of there's a ton of tutorial sites out there, or even on YouTube, where you can get a lot of good learning. So do not hesitate to search Google for how to use FL Studio Basics or something like there's no shame in that. So this is a song. This is the song, what do we call it? Fractured Stream. I really like that name. Thank you, Zelgrith. Let's listen to it all the way through. Get out of here, timer. I win again. Fuck off. Ugh. Yeah, I hear you, Danny. Fractured stream, but dream is a good word too. Sorry, I have to back up on this. I did not like where that went. Bothering me. Yeah, okay, so we're not done with this. I just need to finish this off. Oh, Fractured Dream is a nice name. Okay, I got it. I just had my timing wrong. That's better. Why you listen to your song before you post it. I'm bad at talking sometimes. Honestly, this turned out to be one of my favorite songs so far. Definitely my favorite of 2017. Which isn't saying much since I've only done 3, but, you know. Okay, so yes, this is Fractured Stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. It means a ton to me to be able to just hang out with you guys and make some cool shit. And yeah, so my general spiel, I guess now that I have people on YouTube and Twitch, I can cross promote a little bit better. If you want to see me on, well, really, you see me on both, so I don't have to talk about that anymore. If you want to get in touch with me directly, You can get in touch with me at Twitter at Ben_Burns. That's BURNES. You've probably seen it pop up in the upper right-hand corner once or twice. If you like this song and you want to download it and you want to support me, you can go to patreon.com/Ben_Burns, and that's BURNES. And I would love to have you as a patron. You will have access to download like 60 or 70 songs right off the bat, and you will be supporting both my YouTube shows, and you will be supporting all of the music that I write here, these 2-hour track challenges, and you get access to a lot of early music and all that other stuff. So Patreon's super cool. I'm really glad that I'm a part of that community too. But for this, I am going to find somebody on Beam to host. Twitch auto hosts, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, thank you so much, Jenks. I need to set up a bot command for that. So YouTube doesn't have hosting as far as I know. Twitch will auto host. So I am going to find somebody on Beam to host. And really what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the Art Treat group, which I was recently invited to, and Queen of Art is now live. So I am going to host Queen of Art, who invited me into the group. I'm not entirely sure what he, she, they. I'm not really sure who Queen of Art is, what they're doing. It looks like Photoshop stuff. So I am going to host them and just pop over into their chat and say hello. That would mean a ton to me. I don't know why I paused the stream. So anyway, I am going to end my stream, and when this stream is done, I will set that host over. So again, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. That means a ton to me, and I am glad to be restreaming everywhere now. It's great. So thank you again, and I will see you later. Take care.